wouldn't mind chatting with Fisk, see what he knows about all this. But I kinda have a feeling he's not the most approachable guy in the world. And none of it matters if I can't get inside. Wait, I think I've got it. With that fundraiser's level of security, I can't use my press pass to bluff my way in. Unless I'm really supposed to be there. The photographer needs a reporter. And I bet I know one who's already planning to go.
So there are races and combat challenges, which I'm not gonna do. I already did them, and I'm not gonna do them again. But they do. Ooh. I'm just doing it for the XPs. But they do unlock a suit if you complete them all. And then, obviously, there's the 100 completion suit, which is alright.
Oh, Whitney! Thanks again for using me on this.
Hey, I get it. College is expensive. You want to make easy money taking boring pictures of wrinkly rich people? Go nuts. But you should probably stay away from me.
Let me guess, you've got some pointed questions about the task force?
Among other things. I give it 10 minutes before I get kicked out.
Hey, Harry!
Pete! Oh man, I know we haven't seen each other much since we were kids, but this doesn't seem like your kind of scene.
Society pages. I'm a part-time photographer for the Bugle. Smile. Great, got it. Thanks.
Okay, I want to say something before I continue with this. The idle animations of these are just amazing. So, the model for Peter looks nothing like his movie counterpart, and way worse. Harry, though, as well, doesn't look anything like his movie counterpart, but looks way better. Like, movie Harry looks so frail and little skinny, nerdy man. This guy, this guy looks like a Harry Osborn. The other guy, I mean, he looks like an everybody. Because he's such a generic-looking Peter Parker.
Fisk is putting a pretty big target on his back. Why do you think he does it?
He grew up in Hell's Kitchen. Lots of crime, gangs. I think this is his way of taking control. Standing up to the guys who bullied him when he was a kid. But knowing Fisk, he's also got a plan in place to profit from it.
Whitney Chang says the cops on the task force are crooked too.
I just supply the tech. Fisk handpicked the men. But the police chief cleared them all.
The chief's desperate to stop the crime wave. He's not going to argue with the guy who's helping him do that.
Well, one thing's for sure. The task force is getting results. And no one likes to mess with success.
Hey, I gotta ask. Why Fisk? I hear some pretty shady rumors about him.
He's the only one rich enough who is willing to work with me. I've got a lot on my plate. I can't waste time worrying about people attacking Oscorp. And our public image could use a boost. I'll tell you this, though. The rumors are true. Fisk is definitely into some illegal stuff. But good luck proving it.
Drinks, gentlemen? Take.
Whoops. Sorry.
You know, don't worry about it. I gotta go anyways. I've got, important things to do.
Me too. Something fishy about that guy. Better follow him.
There's more, like, instead of just being you, another guy, in a room, and you walk around the room, talk to him, walk around the room more, talk to him more, this feels like what the Peter Parker interview sections of the game should have been. Sort of like a bit of a mystery investigation sort of thing. Not just press all 3 buttons, and then you're done. It just feels... Excuse me. I guess we need to... You need to show us even harder that place, or whatever.
I'll take that.
Yeah, party. There's thoughts I had, but there's too much talking I forgot. Oh, gosh dang. But yeah, this is... I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite part of the game, because the game's pretty meh, but... Out of the rest of the game, I can think this is probably the one that feels the most interesting. And kind of unique. Because, you know, you have the Spider-Man parts, which is just Spider-Man stuff. You swing around, you do the thing. Here it's more than that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not much more. I mean, it's literally just like a little more of what Peter stuff does. It's not much at all, but it feels more complete of a level rather than just a whole level of walking as Spider-Man and then a small segment of walking around as Peter to talk to someone. This one, you actually... Oh?
Time to get into my work clothes.
You actually switch between Peter and Spider a couple times. Like, once, I think, maybe twice. But it feels a little more in-depth than,
No
like,
doorbell.
the rest of the game.
Guess I better get creative.
Because, you know, instead of having just a pile of eggs, or just a few slices of toast, you're putting a little bit of eggs on your toast. Like buttered toast, and you're eating it up, and it's pretty good.
Please, what do you want?
From you, nothing. We just need your waiter uniform so we can serve this a special recipe.
What are you gonna do with us?
Yeah, it's... Wow. What? Okay.
Let's fight.
Come on. So yeah, if you're wondering why he was going all weird and that one waiter was around, well, that's why. Wait, what? That doesn't sound right. Or...
Smashing. Thank you indeed.
Smashing. These guys really shouldn't have gotten up before I took all the terrorist guys out. It's like, oh, we took one out, I'm gonna go now.
That one off my
No.
list.
It doesn't work like that, not in real life. You have 5 guys with guns and... You have 3 guys with guns and 3 hostages. One guy with the guns walks away and one of the guys don't go like, oh, now's my chance. No, he'll be gunned down. Also, a little bit of a Easter egg.
Great composition.
So, Kraven is one of those villains, yeah, he's a villain,
But what's so amazing?
who can
about
only...
Visual? It's a mystery to me.
Get it? It's a mystery, Mysterio. He is one of the few Spider-Man villains that will never get anything more than a game, and obviously a comic. Such as, obviously Shocker, because it's just some dude with piece of technology that goes boom, and he's not even named right. You think Shocker, you're like, oh, let's just say no, he seismic shocks, oh. And then you got Mysterio, who's just some guy who can...
Sesame. Okay, that didn't work.
Okay.
Plan B.
Yeah. You got Mysterio, who's just some guy, some magician who's just really good with his magic tricks. And then you got Kraven, who's, I am Hunter. It's like, alright. It's a shame, though, because those characters could have been pretty good to see, but no, we can't. We gotta push the same 2-3 guys. Same 5 villains. You know, at least Sandman got a thing.
Oh yeah.
Got in a movie, even if it was a bad one. It's like, oh, we gotta have Venom, we gotta have the Goblin 5 times. What about this guy? Oh, he's not one of the main 2 or 3 villains. Electro? Alright, but changes
Lucky day.
everything. And then shove him in there.
You
Like,
won't get me so easily, Spider.
I wonder where that's coming from. missed a bit of an opportunity there, I have to say. That would have been a good place for the Rhino to appear, even though it doesn't make sense at all for him to be in here. But then again, it doesn't really make sense for any of the almost anything in this game to be there. Are you kidding me? Knocked you down with a seismic shock. You go down. That's the point. Alright, well, I guess it's not strong enough to learn from my Sensei Masters. But yeah, we do... If you've seen the movie, and all the way through the movie, the end part where, after the dramatic Spider-Man No More segment of him going like, I don't know if I want it anymore. And then, like, a kid's like, I'll be Spider-Man because I'm a dumb little kid and I don't know any better. And then Peter's like, well, I guess I shouldn't let this kid die to this giant mech robot of a Rhino. So then he fights, and that's the Rhino, some guy in a mech suit, which is really dumb. And you find that mech suit later in this game. Ah, it's so bad. Oh, thought it was cutscene. Put my controller down.
I saved Fisk from the Russians. Now to find out if I have to save anyone else from him.
It's almost as if they kind of knew what they were doing with this game. A little bit of action gameplay, a little bit of stuff to let the adrenaline drain, and a little bit of adrenaline. Not saying that pump my adrenaline, but you know.
People are movers and shakers. I can learn a lot just by listening in.
And listening, we shan't. We shanty not. Where's my waypoint? I don't know how to play video games without my waypoint games of the today. Get out of my way. What other points can I talk about? There's probably a bunch that I don't even remember. I know I'll go over here. Yeah, that Rhino thing's really dumb. This waiter's is alright. This game's just generally not that great. Well, then why are you playing it? This is why.
So, this is gonna sound like a bad pickup line, but you seem really familiar. Have we met?
Judging from your bargain basement suit, I doubt we move in the same circles.
Oh, I get it. One with a silver spoon in your mouth, huh?
Hardly. For me, silver's an acquired taste.
Well, I'm here for the Daily Bugle, so, you know anything interesting about Fisk?
I know he hangs out with rich older men, and you're scaring him off, so I'll have to say goodbye. Look me up when you move out of your mom's basement.
I don't live with my mom. I live with my aunt. Well, nice meeting you. My name's Peter. As if you care. But what? Well, he knows how to make an entrance by blotting out the sun. Time to talk to the big man himself.
That's an interesting thing I like about Spider-Man. Whenever he fights, alright, first of all, he's supposed to make witty jokes, but when you fight him later, obviously you fight Fisk, he's a bad guy, clearly. But when you fight him later, like, his jokes are just like, oh man, I wish I could swing around in here, but there's not enough room because you're big butt. It's like, oh, get it, fat jokes. It's so funny. It's so hilarity. He's wittier than that, trust me. But Fisk isn't a big fat guy. He's not. He's actually, there's a lot of muscle. A lot of people don't remember that.
Back off.
Should I tell Whitney Chang he has no comment on the Russian mobsters tied up downstairs?
It's all right. I like this young man's boldness. He mustn't reveal that to anyone. It would play into the criminals' hands. They want to make people afraid to support my anti-crime efforts.
But if no one knows what they did, they'll get away with it. And try again.
Oh, I assure you. They will not get away with it.
Meaning what, exactly?
Well, the task force will get them, of course. We've been gathering intelligence on this organization for some time.
But no one's been able to stop them yet. Not the police, not Spider-Man.
Don't say that name to me! Spider-Man. He fancies himself a hero. But he's let crime run rampant. The police are bound by the laws of probable cause. Spider-Man is not. If he hasn't stopped this scum by now, he's either incompetent, or he simply doesn't care.
What's your beef with Spider-Man? Seems like you're after the same thing.
If Spider-Man is going to operate outside the law, one would think he can accomplish things more expediently. But he contents himself with apprehending purse snatchers. He's a dilettante, a thrill seeker, worse than useless. Still, he does seem popular with children. In fact, I recently secured his likeness rights.
You what? How about this Carnage Killer? Is the task force chasing him?
We are interested in catching anyone who commits a crime. But it's a lot harder to find one man than an entire gang of them.
And I bet the fact he's killing guys you don't like doesn't exactly bother you.
I do not condone murder, of course. But am I shedding tears for his victims? No, I am not.
Gathering intelligence, huh? Find out anything interesting?
The Russians are clever. They operate in cells, each knowing very little about the others. When one group is taken down, it rarely leads to further arrests.
But someone's got to be calling the shots.
Well, they do have a central base of operations, but very few know where it is. Finding it will be another matter entirely. It's this very war that will be the end of the gangs. The more they escalate, the harder it becomes for them to hide.
Wait, are you saying the Russians are still smuggling guns into the city?
Don't put words in my mouth, young man. I'm just a backer. I leave the crime fighting to trained professionals. Now, excuse me. I have funds to raise.
Yeah, I've got, important things to do, too.
So I always liked that little bit of dialogue of I've secured his likeness rights. And then Peter just almost flips, almost freaks out like, what? Like, how would you feel if you were a superhero and someone else, a villain, was profiting off of you? That would be upsetting.